Thoth was one of the earlier Egyptian gods. He was popular throughout Egypt, but was particularly venerated in Caichnum, Hermopolis Magna, where he was worshipped as part of the Ogdoad. As the power of his cult grew, the myth was rewritten to make Thoth the creator god. His song was thought to have created 8 deities of the Ogdoad, the gods Nun, Hekak, and Emun, and the goddesses Nunnet, Hahet, Queket, and Emenet. The moon and the sun were initially thought of as the left and right eyes of Horus. According to legend, Horus' left eye. The moon was injured in a fight with Set and was restored by Thoth, the eye of Horus. However, as time progressed, the moon came to be associated with Thoth, possibly because the crescent moon resembled the beak of an ibis. Although Osiris and Isis were generally credited with bringing civilization to mankind, Thoth was also thought to have invented writing, medicine, magic, and the Egyptian civil and religious practices. He was even credited with the invention of music, which was more often associated with Hathor. Thoth was the patron of scribes and of the written word. Thoth maintained the library of the gods with the help of his wife Seshet, the goddess of writing. He was the scribe of the gods, and was often described as the lord of the divine body, scribe of the company of the gods, the voice of Ra, or the counselor of Ra, who, along with Mat, stood on the sun barge next to Ra on his nightly voyage across the sky. It was also thought that Ra gave Thoth an area of the underworld to rule in the land of the caves. He kept a register of those in his realm and decreed just punishments for their transgressions and acted as Ra's representative in the afterlife. In this role, his wife was Mat. It was said that he was the author of the spells in the Book of the Dead and Book of Breathings, which was also attributed to Isis, and he was given the grand title, the author of every work on every branch of knowledge, both human and divine. Egyptian mythology speaks of the Book of Thoth, in which the god inscribed all of the secrets of the universe. Anyone who read it would become the most powerful sorcerer in the world, but would be cursed by their knowledge. Needless to say, people have been searching for this text despite the warning, and some more colorful theories propose that it is hidden in a secret chamber in or near the Great Pyramid. This book is said by some to be the Emerald Tablets of Thoth, a work of dubious authenticity which suggests that Thoth and the other gods were from Atlantis. He used his knowledge to help Isis after the murder of her husband Osiris by his brother Set. With the help of Anubis, he created the first mummification ritual and helped resurrect Osiris, albeit in the land of the dead. He also protected Isis's son Horus by driving a magical poison from his body when he was very young and supported him in his fight to gain the throne which was rightfully his. As Thoth was associated with writing and with the moon, it is perhaps unsurprising that he was also linked to the creation of the calendar. As his association with the moon waned, he developed into a god of wisdom, magic, and the measurement of time. Similarly, he was considered to measure in record time. He was known by the epithets, the one who made calculations concerning the heavens, the stars, and the earth, the reckoner of time and of seasons, and the one who measured out the heavens and planned the earth. Thoth was thought to be the inventor of the 365-day calendar, which replaced the inaccurate 360-day calendar. In one version of an ancient myth, Thoth and Shu were sent by Ra to persuade the Eye of Ra, in this version usually in the form of Tefnut, to come home when she left Egypt for Nubia. According to the myth, all of the precious water left Egypt with her, causing the land to become parched and dry. Meanwhile, she was rampaging around Nubia, killing animals and humans and drinking their blood. Thoth and Shu disguised themselves as baboons, an animal sacred to Thoth, and began their search for the wayward goddess. However, when they found her, she refused to come home because she was perfectly happy where she was. Thoth told her that Egypt missed her terribly and that the whole land was suffering in her absence, and he promised her great processions and celebrations if she would come home. Eventually she agreed, won round by his extravagant tales, and the three returned to Egypt accompanied by Nubian musicians, dancers, and baboons. He was said to be the husband, or sometimes father, of Seshet, an ancient goddess of wisdom. As time passed, he gradually absorbed most of Seshet's roles, and she was seen largely as his female aspect. They had a child, Hornut. At Caichnum, Hermopolis, he was the husband of Namet, Away, goddess of protection. Their child was the god Neferher. He was also sometimes considered to be the husband of Mat.